smiled at the mannequin. Such a pretty dress. The creamy color, the pink lacy trim, the butterfly pattern. It was such a cute little yellow dress. Fluttershy would love it, she was sure. So pretty, so cute. It matched Fluttershy's nature in every way. But where was Fluttershy? This had happened all week. She'd made some pony a special dress just for them, then they'd just disappear. It was so inconvenient. Maybe they were avoiding her? Why? Didn't they like her dresses? Were they too plain? Too puffy? She'd worked hard on her dresses. To tell the truth, she'd made the dresses for them, so they would stay her friends. She shouted at Octavia for knocking her over. Octavia fled looking upset. Rarity couldn't stand the guilt of hurting the feelings of such a dignified and polite pony, so she made Octavia a beautiful dress. Ball gown, strapless, black and gray, decorated with beautiful pink bows and treble clef markings. She was sure that it would make Octavia feel better in no time. Rarity was the element of generosity, right? But Octavia never showed up. Her cello sat untouched as it collected dust. The beautiful dress sat on the mannequin day after day. Rarity couldn't quite put her hoof on it, but something stank. Not the situation or the fact that none of her friends were showing up. Her dresses were beginning to stink. She'd had complaints from neighbors and was running out of room for flowers and air fresheners to cover up the stench of rotting flesh. Opal didn't seem to mind though. A feast was a feast. True to this, the piles were getting smaller and Opal was getting fat. Every time Rarity finished one of the special dresses, Opal would eat up the remains, leaving only a small pool of liquid and some stuff Opal couldn't eat. The pile of stuff Opal couldn't eat grew and grew, so much so that Rarity took great measures. She picked up all of the leftovers and used them to create new mannequins. She carved them and fit them, and they'd look so realistic, so real. All of the cleaning and carving was so worth it. They looked like fine mannequins, like real pony skin down to the bone. The mannequins. Each dress fitted each mannequin. Octavia's dress stood up tall on the mannequin as it was going to begin playing her precious cello. Fluttershy's looked smaller, sweeter. It was slightly kneeling like Fluttershy's shy self. Applejack's dress kicked the air with strength and power. Rainbow Dash's dress looked as if it were about to spring to life, beautiful sporty blue with rainbow flare. She was about to carve her respective cutie marks into the mannequins, but for some reason they were already there. How strange! As if her magic had done such a thing without her thinking. Each mannequin would now remind her of her friends. Even after her dresses wore away, she would remember her friends. She missed her friends. Now she had the mannequins, and the mannequins would always stay with her and try on her dresses. The dresses were growing old and fuzzy and green. Her friends were decaying. What used to be Twilight's purple gown with stars on it was now a horrible, tasteless brownish color, and the gorgeous stars were barely visible. Her friends, they had left her. They were still leaving. They weren't beautiful anymore, but the mannequins were still there, and the mannequins would leave. Rarity smiled again. dress was fresh. It had been made as soon as she had finished Derpy's dress. Of course, it was hard for her to make Derpy stay still and put, but she managed. Even if she'd had to use force to hold Derpy, still, as she measured and took the material to create the dress, it was wonderful. A slim gray dress decorated with a cream boa and would make even Derpy look elegant. But now it was on the mannequin, staying there. Trust Derpy to be late. Opal had stopped eating. The pile was now growing, dripping, and Opal just lays there, not moving. Lazy cat. Rarity considered making Opal a doll, but decided that wouldn't help. She would just have to find some other creature that needed something to eat. Maybe there was a hungry manticore out there in the ever-free forest that wanted a bite. Even if her parents never showed up, even if her friends never showed up, at least she'd have her mannequins. Her pretty mannequins. Elegant, powerful, amazing. And even if the dress is rotted and fell into pieces, she'd still have her mannequins. And they'd be there for her, to inspire her, to comfort her. Her mannequins. Her beautiful